Recognize the command window and the command line indicated with the prompt sign. Here, you enter commands that execute right after you hit enter. In this case, the result of adding two numbers is displayed on the screen. To clear messages from the command window, type CLC and hit enter. When creating programs, you will often operate values containing variables. Create a variable called A and set it to 1, then create another variable, call it B and set it to 2. Now add them together. Variables store pieces of information so that they can be referred and manipulated by name throughout the execution of a program. Normally, we do not want to display the result of every command, so we place a semicolon at the end of a command to suppress printing outputs on the screen. To display the contents of a variable, use the function disp instead. Two quick advanced notes about MATLAB. If you have experience in a different programming language, you might be wondering about pointers. They do not exist in MATLAB. While multiple variables can hold a reference to the same object and you can change its properties by using any variable referencing to it, you cannot update the value of the variable itself and expect it to change in the other. Also, MATLAB is a loosely typed language, so you must be careful when reusing a variable to store different data types, since you will not get warnings or compilation errors. There's a window called Workspace displaying all variables and corresponding values in the current scope. Let's make sure it's visible and showing the class or data type of each variable. Each variable has one data type or another according to their purpose. Let's review a few common types. All numbers, integers, fractional, negative, infinite, or undefined are stored by default in variables of type double, while arrays of characters and strings are created and stored differently. When selecting names for variables, you must make sure not to choose names already in use by the language. In MATLAB, none of the keywords in blue can be used as variable names. To test if a name is a reserved word, use the function isKeyword, making sure to place the tested name between single quotes. The word function is a reserved word and cannot be used as a variable name. The word number is not a reserved word, and therefore you may use it as a variable name. To date, MATLAB does not have a solid naming convention, and it's up to you to name variables and functions appropriately for readability and to avoid execution errors. You should always avoid reusing the name of other functions. For example, the function disp is meant to display data. If you use it as a variable by assigning a number to it, the next time you attempt to use it as a function, you will get an error. By clearing this variable, you recover the function disp. You probably want to learn and choose a standard naming convention such as camel case or lower case separated by underscores and use it consistently. The main idea is to avoid using cryptic names and make the code easy to read and understand for yourself and others.